Hey guys, so we're doing the speed test and camera test comparison against the new Zenfone 3 and the iPhone 6s Plus here. So we're going to check out how they compare. Obviously Zenfone 3 is about half the price of the iPhone. And obviously we're getting slightly different in terms of the specifications, with the iPhone 6s coming with Apple A9, 2 gigs of RAM, and iOS 9.3.3. So the official firmware. And the Zenfone comes with Zen UI, which is like an overlay to Android. Android Marshmallow 6.0.1 is running underneath. We are getting as well a performance mode, which we have put on here, so I'll just show you that. High performance, and also this is the 4 gig RAM variant as well, so lots of RAM to play with. Yeah, let's see. We're going to do a speed test comparison here and open up some apps, see if the little Zenfone that could best the iPhone, Geek, Tinder, similar, Facebook, oh, very similar. Quicker on the dialer, very nice. Messaging, quicker on the messaging. And what else? Camera. So a little bit faster maybe on iOS there. We do have the clocks, very similar. We'd all have the Play Store, or quicker on the iPhone. Usually it's slow on the iPhone. What else do we have? We have some games. So we're going to check out UFC.
EA Sports to the game. EA Sports to the game.
So there seems to be a massive difference here in terms of the game speed. Much quicker on the iPhone. Let's try GTA. It's been having its pills, I think, the iPhone. So let's just start this up. Go. Yeah, it's definitely having its pills. So the Zenfone can't quite keep up with the iPhone when it comes to the raw speed, but obviously there is a Zenfone 3 Deluxe coming, which we will definitely check out how that compares. For now, we're just going to do some web browsing and have a look at the performance here. So check WWE. So this was faster to come up, but the actual page load was faster on Safari here. So go. Nothing happens. So maybe the iPhone was a bit quicker there to come up with that. And let's see. Whoa, go away. let's see something else. So let's try IGN. So go. So a quicker load again here with the iPhone. But considering the Snapdragon 625 is a mid-range processor, I don't think the Zenfone does very bad. You know, I think it keeps up quite well here, generally. Tech Radar. So very quick here with this one, a little bit slower on this time. So probably going to give this to the iPhone again when it comes to the browsing. Now we just do a quick little multitasking test. So 4 gigs of RAM versus 2 gigs of RAM. Shouldn't be any issues, I don't think, here. As you can see, very nice, clean multitasking. I do like the way on Zen UI you do get a clear all button as well as a pin button if you don't want something to close down. We can see there's minimal difference here when it comes to the actual multitasking. So open up a game. So a little bit quicker to recover on the iPhone, but very impressive, you know, it's keeping everything in memory, the Zenfone. Quite similar there. Yeah, you can see iPhone just slightly faster, I think, day to day, but then again it does have more high-end processor, so that is something to bear in mind. How do the cameras compare? That is an interesting question. So I have restored the iPhone 6s Plus to the official iOS 9.3.3, so I don't think I have the pictures on here, but I did back them up before I did the restore, so you can see a comparison between them. And overall, you know, I think even though the iPhone is coming on for nearly a year old, it still takes excellent photos in low light. But I think the Zenfone 3 has definitely bested it in terms of the clarity as well as the actual brightness of the images. The great thing about the Zenfone is that you can put on 2 different modes, which is the low light 4 megapixel mode or the night mode. I use the night mode just for a little bit more brightness. The low light 4 megapixel mode goes a bit overboard, but even the auto mode is fantastic. In terms of the good light, very similar actually, not a huge difference between the two, both coming with very nice high quality shots. You do get more modes though, as I said, on the Zenfone, such as the Pro mode, which allows you to, you know, mess around with the settings a little bit more. Would like to see that, I think, on iOS going forward, as well as you know, depth of field mode, super resolution, GIF animation, panorama. So there's all sorts of different stuff you can do. It just feels like a more exciting, fun experience, whereas the iPhone's more about just, you know, getting the job done, point and shoot. Both of them surprisingly do shoot in 4K video recording, which is very nice to see on like a more budget handset. You can have a look at the quality comparison here. I'd say one of the areas where the iPhone does best the Zenfone a little bit is in terms of the actual video kind of exposure, as well as the focus speed. Now maybe Zenfone 3 will be updated to improve that. Obviously it's a very new phone, but I did notice it takes some time to set the exposure when you're doing the focusing and stuff. So I think they both do obviously nice selfies. Maybe we're getting a little bit more high quality on the Zenfone though, because it is a higher resolution, so that is quite nice. But overall, I think the Zenfone 3 compares quite well, even though it's like the standard edition with the iPhone in terms of the overall kind of quality of the experience. Yes, the iPhone is going to give you a little bit better in terms of the raw performance, but the real test will be against the deluxe model, which is due, very shortly. Obviously, we're getting a new iPhone as well, iPhone 7, so that'll be interesting to compare against that. In terms of the actual software, Zen UI is very customizable, probably the exact opposite of what you're going to get on the iPhone 6s Plus, which is very stable, but some might say boring, rigid experience. Although iOS 10 does bring some nice stuff, such as lock screen widgets and nice airy kind of design. We are using the official one here for a bit more fairer comparison. So yeah, just a quick little comparison here. Hope you find it helpful between Zenfone 3, iPhone 6s Plus. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.